all that's left to do in Portrait of Ruin is fight a bunch of bosses, basically. So I got the Nest of Evil, which is basically a Dawn of Sorrow boss rush. And then we've got Bronner, we've got Richter to unlock the Vampire Killer, and then we've got the final boss. I believe that's it. It's quite a bit, though. Like, Richter could take a good number of attempts, potentially, just depending. But we'll go ahead and pop it in the Nest of Evil first, because I don't recall this being terribly difficult last time. Like the last time I played this. Intense Rain of Holy Water. That sounds kind of sick, actually. Maybe Meteor. Just learned about Terra's backstory in FF6. Nice, nice. I really like Terra as a character. I think she... Like, I think there is room to flesh her out even more as, like, a leading lady, but it is an ensemble cast, and as far as the ensemble is concerned, she is definitely one of the more heavily explored characters, for sure. I think we'll go... I think Flame Whip seems good. But yeah, there's still there's definitely still some crazy moments that you have left, for sure. The minecart portion, yeah, the minecart, yeah, that section actually was pretty tricky even this time around for me. And you know, it's funny, I had to play, well, it's not funny, but I had to play through that section, like jump back to an earlier save and do that all over again, because I was going for 100%, and there's a specific enemy when you're in, God, the name is escaping me, but when you're leaving the actual city, there's like an enemy that's only found there, and apparently I missed it somehow, even though I was like following a guide as far as like missables and stuff like that. But it ended up being fine. I think I'm just gonna... Oh, I have to kill these guys, I see. I probably should not have done that, or I need to use a potion. Which I would like to not have to do. You know what, if I die here, that's fine. I forgot that you had to do, like, I'll just take the L here. Just finished your first playthrough of the game last night. Good stuff, tough game, yeah, for sure. For sure, especially the boss fights in this game can be quite tough. I really like these late game boss fights though. Warp room. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, kill some of these problematic guys. Also, I probably should not have done that. Yeah, but that kills one of them. Also, I should be using offensive form. God, this room is a pain in the ass. What is going on? Can y'all fucking stop? I know there's like, I'm pretty sure there's save points like pretty regularly. I think. Although maybe I have to go through the first boss first? No. Alright, I'm playing very badly, but I'm a little... just like slightly out of practice since last time. I don't have any regular tonics, which kind of sucks, but 1,000 Blades... Thousand Blades doesn't cost that much MP. And that's a guaranteed kill if I had landed all of them. But we managed okay. Oh, you have to do that and then... Okay. Okay. This is harder than I thought. I didn't remember the enemy gauntlets beforehand. Okay. Do I fight Richter first then? Do we go fight Richter? Get the vampire killer so I can like kill these guys faster? Oh, right, I can't. This is specifically for warping in here. I kind of like the idea of fighting Richter instead. Yeah, I think that's a good call. And that might be how I did it last time, and that's why I remember it being easier, potentially. Yeah, let's fight Richter first. So... I guess, my recent playthrough of Hollow Knight from, like, you know, a few weeks ago, it kind of kicked off a bit of a Metroidvania renaissance for me, because I'm playing these. Oh, I don't know why I passed them. I'm playing these, but also I do want to save here. But what I jumped into last night was an indie game called Ender Lilies, which I forget why I stopped playing it. I don't think there was like any particular reason, maybe. I played about like 7 hours or something. Maybe closer to when it came out, or like within the year that it came out or something like that. And I jumped back into it. I didn't restart because like I'd rather just continue from where I left off. And that game's great. Like I forgot how good it was, honestly. Jumping back into it, it took some coming to grips with like how the combat works and stuff. But it's cool. I really like it. No, oops. Or wait, okay, I guess they confirm. But yeah, because I know the sequel is it's in early access and has been for a while, but shit. But it's getting I think it's officially coming out early next year, like January or something. Shit. Okay, Nebula's kind of nasty here. Shit. Shit. I feel like this run is going too good for me to not at least use a potion here. Also, having the super jump is kind of nasty here. Oh, he's throwing out a... Oh, fuck. Okay. I'm a soft reset, so I get my potions back. But that seems very feasible, actually. Like how the dodges have iframes in, Yeah, that's like... Honestly, that's kind of the... the way the game's set up, I feel like the iframes with the dodge are kind of the only way the combat would really work. Because you're supposed to, like, phase through enemies, really. Like, that's what it seems like you're supposed to do, is, like, dash through enemies, as opposed to dashing around them or, like, you know, jumping and stuff. You're not quite as mobile. You know, like, the combat is, like, the one... It's the one thing that I'm, like... I could see it being refined in Ender Magnolia. I haven't played any of it in early access, because I'd rather just wait for the full release. What's up, Haseen? Let me know if I pronounced that correctly. But, you know, Ender Lilies is a surprisingly good game. Like, I'd forgotten how good it was. And I'm kind of in a bit of, like I was saying, a Metroidvania sort of resurgence here lately. And eventually, once I have my fill, I'm sure I'll pivot over to something else. It's usually how these things go. Shit, that's bullshit, whatever. I'm so shit! Uh-oh. Is that a sign that he's, like, low on health, or he just does that randomly, maybe? Ah, fuck off. If I use all my potions, I'm sure I can beat him. I'm just, I'm trying to not be too cheesy with it. That's still, like, my one sticking point with these games, is, like, Ender Lilies is the game that got you back into the genre. Yeah, I mean, can't really go wrong, I guess. I haven't really... I mean, like, I've messed around with some Indie-vanias, but for a while, I was kind of the mind that, like, I just kind of prefer actual Metroid and Castlevania games. I think, like, by and large, with some few exceptions, I would say that's the case. But the few Indie-vanias that I have tried are really quite good. Like, Axiom Verge is another one that I want to go back to, that I didn't finish. And I guess, like I played quite a bit of Yoku Island Express as well, right? Because that's like an indie... That's like a Metroidvania with pinball or whatever. I'm trying to think if there's any others that I've really tried. Oh, I guess the Messenger, it turns into a Metroidvania. And I love the Messenger. God damn it, I'm so shit. I love the Messenger. I replayed it last year, and, yeah, that's right, I replayed it, like, right before Sea of Stars, which I found to be underwhelming. But the Messenger itself, like, got all the achievements and stuff, and, you know, by virtue of that, 100% of the map and all that stuff, which I had already done on Switch, but just doing it on Steam this time. And that was quite fun. But yeah, it's kind of hard to say. I think the of course the indie like the Indievanias, if you want to call them that, they all take inspiration from Metroid and Castlevania to certain degrees, of course. But I think the ones that try to do something at least a little bit different in some sense, like Hollow Knight with its kind of Souls influence. Ender Lilies is kind of distinct in certain ways as well. Axiom Verge is a little more shamelessly Metroid, but even at that, it's still has its distinctions in some sense. I feel like those are the ones, and like the Messenger, where it's like it's only half Metroidvania, and it's really more so inspired by like Ninja Gaiden. I'm getting so complacent in this fight. It's nice that he moves in backdash increments, like literally. Okay, he moved like 2 that time though. I just gotta trust in the way they designed this fight. Ah, fuck. Okay, that would... Shit. I feel like this is a sign that he's getting lower on health, that he's like changing up his attacks. Oh, fuck. Oh, what was I saying? My one lament, like, my one lament with these games is how you heal. Like, the fact that you do have to menu and stuff like that. That's why I think, like, getting proficient enough at these games to not use healing items would be kind of cool. Obviously, that's easier said than done. But more so, I kind of wish that the way that you heal was a little bit more... reactionary, I guess, like it is in something like Hollow Knight or Ender Lilies. And I was thinking about it in like Metroid games, you don't even have like a way to heal, really, like you just rely on drops. And so that's the difference, like the main difference there, where you don't really get health drops in these games in the same way. I'll check out chat in a second. I'm trying to like not reattempt this fight a million times, because I'm clearly capable of doing this if I just... Ah, fuck. Fuck you. Okay, I'm glad he didn't go for an axe there. Nice. Lit. How's up, Space Cowboy? Good to see you. Doing alright? Hope you're doing okay as well. Oh, and you know what I didn't mention? I did jump into Ender Lilies, and I am going to continue playing that, because it is very good. But I ended up, like, platinuming... I don't play on PlayStation, I play on PC, but, you know, I got all the achievements in Star Ocean. And I can talk a little bit about that in a minute. The true power of the vampire killer has been unleashed. Seem to be in one piece. This power's pretty scary, though. Looks like the legends about it weren't lying. Don't overuse it. Me, who's gonna spam it for the rest of the game. Lit. Hell yeah, dude. Alright, let's see how this Nest of Evil turns out. But yeah, Star Ocean. So, the main reason why I went for it was because... Or, like, went for going out for all the achievements was because it wasn't actually that much more than what a regular playthrough already does. Because if you skip all of like the dialogue and the cutscenes and stuff, a playthrough, like if you do New Game Plus and carry everything over, I think it took me like 2 or 3 hours to do my second run. Just like skipping as much as possible, like one-shotting everything basically, until like post-game stuff, obviously. But I just figured I would go for it because I was like, this doesn't seem like it'd be that bad. I ended up having to do a third playthrough because there's a highly missable like super boss where you have to do like this prerequisite very early in the game, and the window to do that is like pretty short actually, because the town that you do that in like gets destroyed, and so like that event just disappears if you progress past it or whatever. Yeah, it honestly wasn't too bad, and it's another one of those where like I did 100% it, but I don't like absolutely love it. It's a good game though. Like I think it's fun. It's very cozy, and of course I'm talking about Star Ocean: The Second Story R, which is the remake of Star Ocean: The Second Story from the PlayStation 1, I want to say. And there's a lot of very, very high praise. Maybe I should have gotten potions, but I think I can beat Balor. There's a lot of really high praise going around for Star Ocean, or at least there was when it came out, like last year or whatever it was. And I can see that from like a remake standpoint, but from like an overall... As like an overall package, like the game itself, I guess I understand it to a degree, but to me, like, the characters are charming, but they're a little one note. And also I don't have any anti-venoms, god damn it. And like the story kinda takes a while to go somewhere, and then when it does, it kind of feels like, well, maybe this should have been built up more sooner. And so I kind of like tuned out of the story after a certain point. Which is why I'm probably not going to do a video on it, because like, if I were to do that, I would like to know more like what I'm talking about when it comes to the story, but I just wasn't really that interested in it. Like, I gave it a chance for the vast majority of its runtime, like well past the halfway point. But and then the combat is like kind of simple also. Like it's fun. It's a fun game to... Can you fucking not? It's a fun game to kind of mess around with. I'm totally screwed for Balor because I have no potions. Yeah, I should just die here and go back. Do we money grind right now? Am I about to money grind, or am I about to just like sell shit? Maybe that's what I do. But yeah, I don't know, Star Ocean was fun. But it's one of those where it's like, okay, I got the achievements, had my fill. I wish the characters and story and combat were deeper. The systems are deep, like the skill system and all of that. That's cool, but it really allows you to break the game in half, which I know some people like, and some people prefer like kind of a breezier, like lighter story. I don't typically, and I don't mean like tone-wise necessarily, but just more like there's just not much really happens for like the first half of the game, like really. And the character moments that those moments facilitate are okay. They're okay. I wish the characters were deeper than they were, because I think that, like, design-wise, I really like quite a few of them. I like the new portraits that they did for the remake and stuff, but yeah. It's kind of my 2 cents. Okay, this is... Let's first... I guess, yeah. So we'll sell stuff first. I'm gonna avoid selling the food because if I want to do the quests at a certain point, then I don't want to like lock myself out of those. But like this stuff, it's like I don't need these like lower level weapons and shit. I don't need these whips, I don't think. Nebula could be good for the reach to keep around, but the vampire killer is just like better. Just sell that shit, whatever. Book of Death? Combat knife. Short sword, garbage, garbage, garbage. Stone sword, that's kind of fun. Assassin's blade. Oh. Bullet punch. That sounds fun though. Eyes or knuckle, probably better than this. And sell these. Some of this stuff I just don't know. Like this is probably a safe sell. A lot of the armor. Yeah. And even then, if I lock myself out of the quests, it doesn't really matter that much. Most of them are pretty inconsequential. I mean, like, some of them give you good rewards and stuff, sure, but once you unlock Nest of Evil, or like once I unlock Nest of Evil, I'm kind of just like, okay, I'm good. I can 1000% the maps. That's what matters most to me in this case. I mean, that's quite a bit of cash to deal with. So I don't think I really need to sell much, like anything more. I mean, I could sell like this and this and this and this. Yeah, it seems fine. Some side stuff in Visions of Mana before you stream. Nice, nice. Yeah, so I was going to pick up Final Fantasy 16 when it dropped, but the more I thought about it, I'm looking forward to playing it. I'm like very much looking forward to playing it, but I was looking at my Steam library, and as I mentioned, like going through, jumping back into Ender Lilies, and like really like getting the most out of Star Ocean and stuff. I'm like, I won't do that with every game necessarily, but it's more like, I was looking through my library and I was like, I have 5 Final Fantasy games that I could play. And so like, while it would be nice to play FF16, it's like, do I really need to buy it right now? And I thought, no. Why don't I play the games that I already have? And then by the time I'm done with those, or at least some of them, then FF16 will probably be on sale, and then I can get it for cheaper later, you know? So it's one of those things where, like, my philosophy as of, like, lately was kind of, it's like more or less, if I'm gonna buy a game day one, I'm gonna play it right away. But now I'm kind of, like moving past that to be like, well, if I have other stuff already that I could be playing, and like obviously there's always stuff that I can go back to, but it's more like, I'm gonna buy these. Why not? Like there's always stuff to go back to, obviously, but particularly with Final Fantasy. It's like, I mean, I have the remaining single-player Final Fantasies that I haven't played yet, so I feel like I should do that first, and then plus that'll give me additional context for kind of the build-up to FF16, even though I've played 15 and 7 Remake, so I have some context for how we got here, and even like looking way back with the introduction of ATB back in FF4 and stuff, as I was talking about last time. Okay, Nest of Evil. I don't know why I came here. But yeah, and then I don't want this to be all like, not that this is bad news necessarily, but I don't want this to all be like, here's the stuff I'm not playing or not picking up or whatever. But the Plucky Squire still looks very unique, still looks cool. Definitely something that I would like, on the one hand, I would like to support games like that, but the more I've seen of it, especially like since it's released, since I feel like we kind of saw like the same like sorts of clips in pre-release for that, it does look like it's aimed at a younger demographic, which isn't inherently a problem. It's just more so I wouldn't be surprised if I felt left wanting after playing it, potentially. Because like it invokes Zelda, it invokes like A Link Between Worlds especially, and I love A Link Between Worlds, which I replayed last year and it's still great. But it's just from what I've like, from what little I've been hearing about it, like, or what little I've read about it in Steam reviews, it seems like it is a little simple and a little aimed at a younger audience, which again, nothing wrong with that, because a lot of Nintendo games are also aimed at a younger audience, and I at times will enjoy a Nintendo game, you know. I have enjoyed a Nintendo in the past, for sure. That's what I grew up on. But in this particular case, I'm like, I don't know, I could try it out, I guess. But it's one of those where, like, I feel like whatever I get out of it from trying it out would maybe be enough to satiate the curiosity. Still looks cool, and still a game, I think, like, worth being on the radar of people. I'm just a little wary of overwhelming praise towards certain games, especially in the indie space, from like, not like large outlets like, you know, GameSpot or IGN, because I don't really pay attention to them anymore, but more so like, just kind of like just like people who cover games, like, you know, how do I put this? Like, even YouTubers who get like pre-release copies and stuff like that. But just like in general, my point being is that I was underwhelmed by Sea of Stars, but that was a game that like people were praising to hell and back, which I think is like kind of crazy, because I think that game has a lot of glaring flaws. Still fun. I had fun with it. I got all the achievements in that one too, similar to like Star Ocean. But I was pretty underwhelmed by it, especially from a story standpoint. And that game, like, I feel like was trying harder to be like more story focused and have an impact and like have likable characters and all of that. I think in certain ways it failed. For me, at least. What's up, Eric? I've done with FF6, thinking about jumping into the GBA Final Fantasy remakes. I've heard good things about those ports. I played the Final Fantasy IV one. That's how I first played FF4 a few years back. But always nice to check out different versions, especially of those titles. Let's see. But yeah, like, because I kind of like didn't agree with the fervor for Sea of Stars, I don't feel like, from what I've seen, Plucky Squire isn't like getting quite that same level of praise, but it seems like the kind of indie gem where it's like, oh, the graphics are pretty. Okay, I don't want to be one of those guys, because I don't think that's it, but I do think that there are certain crowds that value, well, not value that. I'm being terrible with the way that I'm phrasing this. Because I like me some good presentation as well. I like me some pretty graphics, sure. What constitutes as like appealing graphics? That can be any number of things. It doesn't need to be like, you know, AAA hyperrealism kind of stuff. My point being though is like Sea of Stars' presentation was the best, probably the best thing about it, and probably like the only aspect that's like fully worth writing home about in my opinion. I think certain aspects to the gameplay were cool, but it did get it was one of those with like how I talked about action commands a few streams ago, where it just gets tedious doing the same actions over and over again. There wasn't enough variety there, like there is in Mario and Luigi, for instance, because that's like what keeps the combat fresh in those games. So Balor is dead. Long live Balor. Warp, do we get a save? Or I guess, okay, you just warp back to the save, I suppose. It's a little tedious. And weird. Ultimately fine, though. But yeah, I don't think the well, I don't think the fervor for Lucky Squire is as high as it is for Sea of Stars. It's still one of those where I'm like, I just take praise of games like that with a grain of salt, or like a bigger grain of salt than I have historically, I would say. And so yeah, like no shade towards Plucky Squire because I haven't played it. It just seems like I would not be surprised if I played it and found it to be like, oh, this would be great if you know, I played it with my kid or like a younger cousin or something, or like experience it with someone who is in a younger demographic, you know? Or like or to someone who's inexperienced with that type of game, I guess. But I do like the jumping between 2D and 3D and stuff. I think that's very cool. I think that is a really neat idea. Careful of the cave trolls. Did I miss one? Oh yeah. Oh, she only deals one? Jesus Christ. Dude, I feel like my MP regen is terrible. Does she have like an MP regen spell or something? No. Heal. See, this is one of those where I'm like, before each fight, I could use the heal spell and then like stand here until my MP regenerates, but like I really don't want to do that. Yeah, I wish there was a more dynamic like healing system in these games. But like at the time, there wasn't really, like at the time, I don't know, I guess like Monster Hunter probably would have been the earliest, maybe the earliest instance of like an action game where you find a window to heal on the fly. Like I don't know if there's anything before that though. What's up, Baconator? Mind if you give your thoughts on episode Aegis? If you keep it spoiler-free, I think that's perfectly fine. Not for me, but just for anyone who might be in chat who might have an interest in checking that out at some point. Because, yeah, I'm curious to hear what you have to say about that, since you have not previously played through the answer. What do I want to use here? I still feel like Time Stop is kind of nasty. Oh, fuck. That... Oh, I'm supposed to slide under his feet, that's right. Oh, that was, wow. That is so much easier than his Dawn of Sorrow, counterpart, though. Gameplay-wise boring. I mean, it's more Tartarus, basically. That's the thing. Like, hey, we tried to warn you. Those of us who have played the original Persona 3 or FES, we tried to warn y'all. It's more Tartarus, but harder. Which I think I would be into, actually. Because I don't mind Tartarus, really. But, new Monad... Yeah, the Monad doors in the base game were probably the most enjoyable part as well. So I'm not super surprised. Way too repetitive, yeah, that's... I mean... That sounds about right. Just turned off game audio. Yeah, I think, like, it is dungeon crawling. Like, it very much is, weird because you like Tartarus. Well, I think because... I don't think it's too weird because Tartarus, or, like, the base game of Persona 3, you have a lot of story and character moments and, like, yeah, exactly. And you have the life sim elements to kind of break up your Tartarus expeditions, whereas Episode Aegis, slash, The Answer, as it was known originally, it's basically all Tartarus. It's not Tartarus specifically, it's a different dungeon, but it's basically just more Tartarus, mechanically speaking. So yeah, I think I would enjoy it. But I think it's something where, like, I wouldn't like binge it for the sake of getting to the story bits, personally. Yeah, I don't know how I heard they kind of smoothed out a little some of Yukari's edges in Reload's version of it. Weird at first, but kind of love how human. Yeah, I agree, and I think that there are people who. I'd have to, like, go back and see, but, like, I know there are some people who defend Yukari even in that instance because it is a very human thing. Yeah, when they decide to be roomies and stuff. It is cute. Yeah, I'm sure I'll check it out at some point, but I'm gonna wait a while for it to, like, go steep on sale, because both from, like, I think the character backstories are good. I think that's something that, for me, I'd almost prefer for something like that to be integrated into the base game. And then just, like I could just kind of do without the story bits in the Answer / Episode Aegis. Not because they are bad, necessarily. Some people will say that, but I don't think it's bad. I think the idea is interesting and, like, allows for some closure for people who didn't feel sense of closure from the base game. But it really is, in my opinion, one of those things where you can just kind of look it up on YouTube. Which is what I did. I didn't play through the entirety of the Answer because, yeah. But, I don't have any regrets in doing that because, of how it is. Just the nature of it. What was I saying, though? Oh, wait a second. gonna wait for him to do his thing. Oh, you're an asshole. Okay. Alright, we'll keep trying. Alright, we'll just proc this, so that way I can do that. I feel like I don't need to use a potion here, but I also don't want to die, obviously. I'm so bad. Wait, just Charlotte, like, didn't attack him, though. So I guess she knows. Yeah, okay. Dude, I love the animations in this game are so fucking good. It's crazy. Akiko's memory. Is it because of, like, how fucking stupid he looks with, like, the band-aid on his nose and shit? He walks up to a wall and puts his foot on it. Yeah. That's funny, yeah. Yeah, the blade, the mirror match, as it were. Although he does, like, kind of hard counter. Well, not hard counter, it's like a soft counter. He kind of soft counters Thousand Blades because of the time stop thing. Every other memory you enjoyed, though. Yeah, I mean, it's good stuff. I think, like, Junpei's in particular is one that I remember standing out. But even, like, Ken's and, I mean, I guess really all of them, yeah, are good. It's just, for me, it's like, I feel like that stuff, that... What is this guy doing? I feel like, those backstory bits could have been well served in the base game. And, like, I guess that's the sort of the kind of stuff that, I initially had kind of hoped for out of potential story changes for Reload. But at the end of the day, it's all good because I think Reload is awesome. And still my preferred Persona 3 version. Just overall. Junpei's is easily your fave, nice. Yeah. Yeah, I do kind of wish we got more of, like, younger Shinji, Mitsuru, and Akihiko. Because there's that one still image, I think, when you do Shinji's linked episode. This is gonna be a problem. There's that one still image when you do Shinji's linked episode of, like, them in Tartarus, and it's like, oh. Remember when I said I got really... Well, okay. Remember when I said I got really good at this fight when I did Julius mode? It's basically the same thing. Same shitty hitbox and everything. Ooh. Fuck. I'm playing terribly. See, sometimes he does... I remember in Dawn, he would sometimes do that attack only twice. Sometimes he would only do it once. And so it was kind of hard to predict. Like, the hand slam one is always 3 times. Sometimes he'll loop this one multiple times. Like, I guess you just count on him doing this 3 times, and then if he doesn't, then you can pretty easily dodge whatever he throws out next. Shit. And then I don't take my own advice. Was that it? Nice. The hair animation goes crazy. Check this out. Here's a little hair flip. Fucking great. Yeah, we'll warp back and save. What's last, though? I feel like there's probably only one more, right? But oh, maybe is Abaddon in this? No. I mean, I guess that wouldn't be the worst thing because I also got pretty good at that fight in Julius mode, but we'll see. We shall see. Gotta do some homework. Hey, good luck, Baconator. Glad you were able to pump in for a bit. Oh, they threw this. Fuck. They just straight up throw boss fights in here, like literally. I know I should be using the like tank thingy, but I'm very bad. That's fine, we literally just saved. Later, Baconator. Take it easy. But yeah, so I guess, as far as what I'm gonna play next, I feel like, based on what I was saying about, like, waiting to pick up Final Fantasy 16, maybe I just jump into FF10. I mean, Three Houses is imminent. Like, I'm gonna jump back into that soon, for sure. It's about time. And the game is about time, but I didn't mean it like that. It's more so, it is about time that I jump back in. Get some good damage off. I can use Charlotte as a shield. Y'all not. But yeah, I'm gonna continue Ender Lilies, hopefully finish it. I did get ending A. What I thought was interesting was that game, it literally does. Sorry, I'm talking and I'm not like playing well because of it. But they literally do the Nier thing with the endings, where like the ending has like a subtitle and it like highlights like ending A. It had like a little like subtitle or whatever, and it highlighted the A in like red or something. Would use that to get enemies to drop more money. That is a good idea, especially because we can equip 2 accessories, which is nice. That's a good call. I'm very bad. How do you dodge that? Or just kill me. Or like... The very outer edge of the blast radius. Maybe I should go back and buy, like, restock on potions. That's probably what I should do. It's fine. But yeah, I really do hope there's a new Castlevania in the works. What am I doing? Or a new, like... a new Castlevania game in this style, I guess. It wouldn't be necessarily Igavania in that Iga wouldn't be working on it, but you know what I mean. Take the portrait, we'll save. now that I have potions stocked up. But yeah, and oh, I guess the same thing that I was saying about Final Fantasy picking up FF16 or not doing that, what is with Yakuza as well, or like the Yakuza games that I don't own are on sale, like Judgment, Lost Judgment, like the other spin-offs, like a Dragon Ishin and shit like that. But my thing is, like, I still have 5, 6, and 7 in my library. I haven't played them, so it's like Judgment is on like a really good sale right now, actually. It's like $12 or something stupid, like 70% off, which is an amazing deal that in some sense would be worth grabbing, but at the same time, it's one of those things where I'm like, well, I still have 5, 6, and 7 to play through, and by the time I do that, it'll probably be on sale again, or like maybe even cheaper potentially. And so it's one of those things where, like, I feel like I'm kind of like capped out on those series as far as like acquiring new titles, like at least for the time being. Until I play more of the ones that I already have. They both died, like, as I used that. It's funny. What the fuck? I thought he died. Well, I was warned. I was warned about the cave trolls. I was like, I could have sworn that he died. That's why I moved forward. That's literally why I did that. Also, Thousand Blades is not the play here. I keep trying to make it work. It gets good damage in, but let's try Divine Storm. I want to see that. Oh, that's similar where you can get knocked out of it. That's a problem. In that case, we'll just fucking rely on Meteor, I guess. Or we can try Dark Gate. That could be fun. That's a similar one. Okay. Meteor spam it is. I can afford to use a tonic or 2 or 3. What am I doing? I'm so bad. Why? I'm like so complacent for some reason today with this. Like, I don't. What is going on? I mean, this particular formation fucking sucks. Having to fight 2 of these guys at the same time, but I'd be lying if I said I was like playing well, because I'm not. Okay, that's 1 down. I'm so shit. How are you not dead yet, dude? What? Fuck out of here. Jeez. Fucking duck? Okay. Bitch. I'm so fucking bad. Bitch ass fucking thing, dude. Nice. Hacking Duck's a really good health drop. Good to know. Not surprised. Duck is amazing. I wish I could eat it more often. I guess nothing's stopping me except that I think it's expensive. Like, I actually haven't like looked into ever making it. I know it's hard to prepare well. Just makes me want like Chinese takeout for some reason. Fucking That's what I meant to do. Aha! Okay, fucking knew it. Oh shit. I should have just stayed. I don't know why I did that. Having Charlotte out here is a really bad idea. But also he's dead. So yeah. Gotta show off some tricks that I learned in Julius mode at least. And that's something that, like, I'm really appreciating Julius mode in retrospect a little bit more because there is no healing cheese. Like, you just kind of have to do the fights and, like, get to the next save point without taking too much damage. Which, it was kind of frustrating at times, but, like, in a way that it was just, like, I just need to, like, get good, for lack of a better way to phrase it, basically. Particularly on the boss fights. And, like, all in all, that process was pretty fun, because partially because in these games the save spots, or save points, are almost always... The save points are almost always, like, just a room away. Or, like, 2 rooms away, or whatever. From the actual boss fights. So it's not too bad getting back. Can you die? Already glitching out again. Yo, can we not do this? I should have restocked. I definitely should have restocked. Charlotte, are you going to do literally anything? Lit. Tome of Arms, page 2. Oh, so we're gonna get the 3rd page, right? And then... This is fucking... How much does she heal for? Is it worth it? Are you fucking serious? That is so abysmally terrible. Only 2 pages? So how does that work? Is that something that I have to assemble somehow? Page ripped from the Tome of Arms. Or like, what is it used for? Malthus? I don't know why I said it like that. Oh, okay. I was like, this isn't the boss fight for this route, is it? Oh, what? I forgot about this. I completely forgot about this. Holy shit. 429. I think, bum, 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 bum. Should use that first. Is that Grant on the ceiling? That's so fucking funny. Spider Grant does whatever a Spider Grant. This is badass. See, I'm like, imagine a Castlevania 3 remake in this art style, though. Can you imagine? I can. I mean, I've got a ton of food shit that I can eat. If you kill Sypha first, Trevor will go... Okay, that's, good to know. Maybe I should kill Trevor first. Dude. Also, I should be using tonics more. Oh shit, you weren't lying. He's pissed. We can cheese it, though. Oh shit, he has his own 1,000 blades. I'm so bad. Okay. Sypha is definitely the more annoying, most annoying of the 3, though. But maybe Grant is worth a... Well, honestly, if we could kill Trevor first, that'd be fine. I feel like Trevor was doable if I was willing to use more of my healing items. We'll just go restock real quick, though. Yeah, I was totally misremembering the Nest of Evil. I think what I was thinking of, though, was primarily the Gurgoth fight, which is much, much, much easier than it is in Dawn of Sorrow. That much is certain. Also, we have 3 out of 5 of these, which is kind of cool. Dragon Slayer. Oh, I have a shit ton of long spears. Let's just sell all of them. I think they're both wearing that right now, which is why their stats would decline, maybe? No. Never mind. I think. Yeah, because she's wearing the wedding dress, I believe. No, that's not what I meant to do.
I'll make you a deal.
Very cool boss fight, though. I like that a lot. But yeah, give me a high res Castlevania 3 remake. Still pixel art, obviously. Not like Castlevania Origins or some trite bullshit. But like, dude, I mean, CV3 is a really solid game. Like, from what little I've played of it, it's cool. I'm just like, I'm just kind of surprised that there was never like they did Ninja Gaiden Trilogy on SNES, and I know that's kind of not like, that's not the preferred. Wait, but that's Tecmo though. That's Koei Tecmo. That's not Konami. So never mind. But either way, like, Mario All Stars is I guess like a precedent for doing stuff like that as well. Like having done that back in the day. So I'm like kind of surprised that yeah, Ayo, what? I'm kind of surprised Castlevania never got the like a similar treatment or anything. But I guess if you want a more fleshed out take on the like Castlevania 3 story in particular, you could watch the Netflix adaptation. Which, like, I haven't watched in full, so take that with a grain of salt, but... I remember being kind of mind-blown when I found out that, that Alucard is literally in Castlevania 3. Like, that he didn't debut in Symphony of the Night. Because I didn't know that for the longest time. And I kind of love that, honestly. It was a great show. Yeah, I still need to... I really do need to, like, sit down and watch it in its entirety. I would definitely start it over, because it's been so long since I last watched any of it, but... Of course, now there's, like, the newer seasons with... Or at least newer season. I don't know if it's multiple or not. With Richter. I'm assuming telling the story of Rondo of Blood, which is also, like, pretty cool on paper. The Malphas room. Stopped watching Nocturne because you didn't like what they were doing. Interesting. Yeah, I haven't really like looked into what people were saying about it at all. About Nocturne specifically. This seems to be going pretty smoothly. Alright, Grant's dead. He learned how to crouch. He figured out that you can crouch. He's like, oh. Oh, fuck. Charlotte, you need to... Spamming the super jump is so fucking funny, though. Shit, how did I do that? Charlotte, are you going to do literally anything? Hello? Yeah, I was like, Trevor's gotta be almost dead. Come on now. Mint Sunday? I don't know. I don't know if there's more. Or like what the next boss fight could possibly be, if there is one. I'm surprised they didn't have you fight John Morris. Unless they do, but I don't think so. Like, that would be so fitting to fight, like... Obviously, Eric Lecard is a ghost. Last year was a mirror match? Oh. How do I not remember this? Also, there's a save room right here, lol. Do I want to restock on potions? I kind of do, but I kind of don't. Aha. I should have maybe not used Meteor Strike so that way Charlotte can actually do something here, because now Evil Charlotte's going to close the gap. Oh, we actually get one of these out of that. Nice. Also, why did she not summon Jonathan at all? That's weird. But yeah, Greatest 5 is pretty fucking sick. I feel like Bronner might be a piece of cake at this point, since I did all of this first. Oh, it depends on who enters the room. Interesting. Yeah, because I guess similar to like the normal gameplay, you don't always have to have both out at any given time. What about my back? Your back? It's covered in welts. It's almost like you were fighting yourself. Or another vampire hunter.
Thank you.
I just think this is so funny for some reason. Where he's just like constantly trying to, like, capture the, I'm trying to tell, is he, like, kicking the ceiling, or is he punching it? Because I know, like, Alucard kind of jumps up and does, like, a Spider-Man sort of thing, and I'm wondering if Jonathan's doing the same thing, but it looks so goofy. I kind of wish Charlotte had the same thing, that'd be funny, but... He's punching it? Okay. Still funny, though. Because, like, he just looks all contorted and shit. It's like you can't make heads or tails of what's going on there. I'm so easily entertained sometimes. Helps when it's a game that I already like. Hey, this dialogue though. Hey, who are you talking to? Don't worry, they won't come here ever again. What? You two. What have you done? How could you two understand? He's got little Skeletor vibes going on. Now that's a problemo. Nice Juice Belmont callback there. Oh shit. I'll make you my masterpiece. It's so cheesy, I feel bad doing it, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm not, like, they expect you to play it this way, to some extent. But I do acknowledge that it does feel cheesy. Spamming potions and tonics and shit. Even with the limited inventory. Why am I still taking damage? It's so dumb. The dialogue's a bit different. Jonathan says something about the twin sisters taking orders from them in the original. Interesting. Imagine if I died to poison, like, during this cutscene. Christopher and Soliu, Belmont getting sidelined. Justice is just ice. Get it? It's a matter of perspective. This coward who couldn't face the truth. You couldn't accept your fate, so you just abandoned your humanity to get what you wanted. Wholesome vampire moment. Oh well. Not so wholesome anymore. Look, I do like certain aspects of this game's story, but it's a little dumb. It's just a little bit dumb. Just a bit. Yeah, I don't know what he was insinuating there exactly. I still like these two, though. I still like Jonathan and Charlotte as characters, though. Yeah, Death to the Rescue, kind of? Question mark? But it's one of those things, if I start deconstructing it, it's going to piss me off. But it's like, if Bronner's plan was to prevent the resurrection of Dracula, then like what are his motivations? Like, why? Like, I get the daughter thing was like an emotional thing that was kind of in addition to this other thing, but like, I don't know. I don't think it, like, the story isn't as much of a focus here, I would argue, as in Dawn of Sorrow. And Dawn of Sorrow's story is like actually bad, in my opinion. Whereas here, it's like not, this is like Mega Man Battle Network kinds of storytelling, which I love the Battle Network games, but as I've said a lot, most of those games don't have like particularly noteworthy stories, but they're enjoyable for the most part. I feel like that's kind of where I stand here, where it's like, I enjoy aspects of this game's story and like the characters and stuff, but it's not great. It's not. Would restock. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. The game overall is great. But the story is like, you know, it's a little Saturday morning cartoon, which is like not a bad thing per se. Because I feel like as far as a more Saturday morning cartoon sort of vibe for like a Castlevania story, I think it's actually like it's solid from that standpoint. But yeah. His power. Has Dracula been revived? Even Bronner's shields would be broken. Let's go. What do we do? Lower your prices. That's what we'll do.
I'll make you a deal.
I feel like we're fine on tonics. We got a shit ton of high tonics.
Thank you.
If I really want to cheese it, I can just spam Warriors 5, I guess. Bronner just wanted to hijack Dracula's magic for himself. Okay, that makes more sense then. Similar to other Castlevania villains. Yeah, that makes sense. Fair enough, I suppose. Also, I keep forgetting you can like save with the collection menu. Like if I wanted to just respawn right here, but that would require, well, I don't know. I actually don't know how fast this loading is because I haven't used this at all. The teabag dance. It's so funny. Barnum's pissed off at humanity for killing his daughters in World War I. That's why he planned to use Dracula's magic to what? Okay, okay. Love the callback to CV3 with the Overture theme. That is cool. I like the CV3 callbacks. As someone who doesn't have a lot of experience with CV3, but still. You will not touch Lord Dracula. There's a joke there. I can't quite figure it out, but, you know. Only I'm allowed to touch Lord Dracula. Oh, Dracky. Time for your daily massage. Time for your pedicure. Ah, the glass throw classic. Enough with the sideshow. A death and Dracula joint attack? That was never mentioned in any book I've read. Well, there's two of us, so I guess that makes it even. No problem. Did you say no problem and not no problemo? That's a little disappointing. There's a lot to manage in this fight, which I think is cool. Oh shit. Oh, fuck. Dude, why do I feel like my MP is recovering so slowly? Guess we get another Warriors 5 here. Okay, and that's it, because I kind of cheesed it. I did kind of cheese it. Or is it? It's not over yet. That's right. I feel like I do feel like hard mode is where this game is going to shine a little bit more for me. I mean, still, great game. I still stand by, like, this is probably my favorite of the DS Vanias as of now. Still need to see how I might change my mind on Ecclesia, but I don't know if it's because I played it once before and so I have more experience with it, or because I can't imagine that I'm cheesing any more than I would have previously. So maybe it is just that I'm, like, better at these types of games or something. I mean, oh shit. As I say as I get killed by the insta-kill because I forgot about that bullshit. Okay. Like, as that attack started, I was like, wait, what am I supposed to do? Swear I double jumped, but okay. I don't know if that hit Dracula or not, probably not, but... Okay. Ah, shit. That's a little tricky when you get cornered like that. Just to speed things up, I think I'm going to use these. He must be on the other side of the room. Usually use the cross attack. The cross for the insta-kill. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I even did. Because, like, the strat is to have Charlotte attack, like, one side and you attack the other, right? Rocket Slash, Steel Ball. I'll try the cross. I hope it works. Insta-kill's kind of shitty, but... Okay. Obviously, healing up doesn't probably matter too much. Okay. Cross strat worked. Thank you very much for that tidbit. That actually really helped. Okay. Okay. Why am I keep trying to do jump, Dude, again? Lit. It's lit. A little bit of cheese. Just a little bit of cheese, but you know, cheese tastes good. So get off my back. Not that y'all are, but I'm memeing. Well, the fact that this Dracula is inspired by classic Bela Lugosi, directed from old Universal horror movies. For shit, 1931. Okay. Even so, yeah, cool. Cool inspiration there for sure that I was not aware of. Impressive display of impromptu teamwork. Say what you will, but I can see it. One day my power will be fully revived. You're fully or not, you're never ever gonna win. This is a very Saturday morning cartoon. I think if you view it through that lens, it'll be more enjoyable. Even after all of the work that Charlotte and Jonathan went through, the sun is the thing that does him in. Like, they didn't actually kill him. It's just the sun conveniently decided to rise at that moment. Oh my god, that is the quickest demolition I've ever seen in my life. We'll meet again, Belmont. And Jonathan's like, I'm not a Belmont. We sure caused a lot of trouble. Cheese pizza is good, in fact. It's making me hungry. He has like all the blame. And so he dies to return during the 1999 Demon Castle War. Which Konami was too lazy to release into a game. I was talking about this in some earlier streams, but I think that would be a great way to bring Castlevania back. Is like do the 1999 game with Julius. That'd be sick. I mean, I'll take anything at this point, honestly, but that would be a hell of a way to revive the series. Who knows what they're planning, though? Like, I genuinely don't know what to expect out of them. Though, the Metal Gear remake looks awesome, from what I've seen. I'm very excited to play that. I am a little wary, like, without Kojima's involvement, obviously, but, like, MGS3 that plays like MGS5, I mean, that's kind of speaking my language. Speaking of which, they should have a Russian dub in for that game. Although I guess like without it wouldn't be the same without David Hayter, but it's also like I wish more games did that though. So this ending right here is the last chronological chapter in the time. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Is this the latest one with aside from the Sorrow games? I need to check I'm just not super familiar with the timeline, so I don't know like what takes place after this, aside from the Sorrow duology. He does one last, like cheeky fedora tip. He passed on. Oh, no, you're good. You're good. Last game in the timeline before Konami stopped creating new Castlevania content. Well, even then, isn't Order of Ecclesia... Isn't it earlier in the timeline than this game? Like, they go backwards, like the DS games? For some reason. Oh, Vincent. Is he crushed in the rubble or what? Order of Ecclesia is earlier, 1800s, okay. Yeah, I thought so. This fucking guy. I mean, it could be somewhat of a, like, how do I say this? It could have been a matter of, like, budgetary constraints. Like, Castlevania was only being allotted, you know, the budget for, like, a pixel art DS title, and maybe if they were to do the 1999 Demon Castle War, they wanted it to be on a grander scale. Which I guess begs the question, why not do that with Lords of Shadow's budget then, at the time? But who knows? I don't know if funny is the right word, but it would be like it would be funny in that it's like a randomly dark thing to happen in this game that isn't particularly dark. Nice. Second one down. So once we get through the credits, we'll unlock the extra modes and stuff like that. Maybe they wanted to go back earlier in the timeline, closer to the original games. Yeah, I mean, it could be any number of reasons, right? Wanted to make it for home consoles as a AAA budget. Yeah, like, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that they had a grander vision for something like that. And then once Iga left, like, I haven't played the Lords of Shadow games, which might be for the best, depending on who you ask. But, I don't know what I was gonna say. That's like the last we've seen of Castlevania, aside from these collections, which are awesome to have access to. Aside from, the usual emulation route, of course. Because, you know, if there is a quality official way to play a game, I would like to go that route as opposed to emulating, but when there's not, like if it's either a bad remaster or, like, you know, a remake where I prefer the original or, like, you know, whatever, I'll stick to emulation for those games. But, like, in this case, it's such an obvious... I feel like this collection, like, does what it needs to do in a good way. Well, obviously that would be in a good way, but you know what I mean. It does everything it needs to do to adapt these DS games for single-screen systems. So. Never played Lords of Shadow. They don't look that interesting to you. I mean, I've heard really bad things about Mirror of Fate and the second one, but I wouldn't be against checking out at least the first Lords of Shadow at some point. They're on Steam, weirdly enough. Like, all three of them are on Steam. And I'm surprised, like, Mirror of Fate was a 3DS game. I don't know why. I guess they must have remastered it. Maybe it's on PlayStation as well? It's kind of odd, though. No. Nice. So, we got clear data. 99.5. Am I missing? I'm missing a secret room or something. Ah. Okay, I know what it is. It's above the room just before the boss. Never bought Mirror of Fate just by owning a 3DS. I guess we need Charlotte to break this. Yeah, I remember being weirdly intrigued with Mirror of Fate. I guess at the time, I think Aria of Sorrow was probably the only Castlevania game, or the only Igavania that I had played. I had, like, dabbled with the classics on, like, Wii Virtual Console and stuff, I'm sure. Nice, 1000%. Okay. But, I didn't have a ton of experience with Castlevania, and then, like, I remember the reviews being very negative on it, too, so that was during a time where, like, I did rely on reviews for... Not entirely, but, you know, I at least partially relied on reviews for my gaming purchases, you know, back when I was in high school, even, like, kind of going into college. So, that's one of those things, but yeah. Now we soft reset real quick. And so it didn't say anything about... Okay, so we have access to Richter and the Sisters mode now. There is an achievement for doing Richter mode, which I'll probably do on my own time at some point. But, let's see. What was I gonna look up? How do you unlock Axe Armor mode? Player must defeat at least 1,000 old Axe Armors in normal mode and defeat Dracula and Death in the final battle. The player is not required to complete the final battle if a New Game Plus playthrough is started prior to unlocking this mode. Just the aforementioned kill quota is necessary. What the fuck? That's so random. That's funny, though. I kind of want to unlock it. It sounds very tedious to do so, though.